Hi, this is Michael DeSilvis with today's blog, general information, and news. Well, over the weekend, I don't know if you heard, but you probably did hear, they had a global GMO protest, which was peaceful in nature, Rattler. And they also had some gun-carrying protesters, too. I know they had one in New York. And there were a lot of cops and everybody following them around. They had like about 100 people that were in the army, from what I heard, that were following them around thinking they were terrorists because they were just individuals like you and me carrying their guns openly, legally, because we have the right to carry them openly and legally with the right and proper permit you can. And it's not against the law, so I don't know why they wasted tax dollars for that when it didn't need to be wasted at all, because all they're doing is just toting their guns. All they need is just police escort to keep the streets clear. One at the end and at the beginning of the parade, just like they had for the GMO parade. And, you know, they're not terrorists, but we know what's really going on there. Like I said, there are white papers that confirms that, you know, gun carriers are terrorists, the new terrorists in the United States. You know, that's why they're against people having guns. You know, that's the New World Order. They want people to get rid of their guns. So, you know the story. So they can come in here and do whatever they want, you know. But, you know, you got to realize that, you know, when the forefathers made this country, and they wrote the Constitution, they wrote the amendments, that's why they wrote them, so that a tyrannical government couldn't take those rights away or ratify them or change them, because they really can't, because that's why they're written in such a language that they are. It's kind of ingenious the way our forefathers did it, but that's the reason why they did it that way, is so that we could have the freedoms that we have, see? And that's what we have. You know, we just celebrated Memorial Day on Monday. I know people said Friday and over the weekend, but really it's Monday. And we just did that, you know, the day before, before yesterday. And they had all kinds of ceremonies, funeral and marches, and, you know, and they did the 21 gun salute and parades in some states too. That's what we observe here in the U.S. as a yearly national holiday, because of all of what the soldiers have done, where they've given their lives for our freedoms that we have today, that many people don't really even understand or realize, because, you know, here they have people in the offices of the government who want to take them away. It's like these people know our history, they should know it, or otherwise they need to go back to school, but they want to take all this stuff away so they can bring in the full armament of the police state, which is what we don't want at all, you know. So, you know, we really need to vote with our pocketbook when it comes to GMO. I'll get back to that. GMO stands for genetically modified fruits and vegetables, and also meat too. So, you know, look on the package. If it says a GMO product, don't buy it. If your milk has GMO in it, don't buy it. It says things like additives and they don't say what they are, don't buy it. You know, if it has preservatives, like it has cornmeal and it says other additives, don't buy it. I know you might like that favorite chip, but that favorite chip probably has GMO in it already. And you know, when they were doing experiments on rats and pigs, both of them were growing tumors in their bodies all over the place. They were coming down with cancer-like symptoms and dying of huge gross tumors in their different areas, intestines, in their stomach, and in the colon and rectal area. And even had, you know, they even had where their rear end was bleeding, you know. And I know when I use the bathroom, sometimes mine bleeds a little bit, a tiny bit, and I guess a lot of people think that's normal. It is normal for it to do that a little bit, because you're going to tear some flesh in there on the inside. But if you bleed a lot more than a little bit, that's not normal. Because really, a doctor would say that you really need to keep watch of that, because if you bleed a lot, that means you need to go see a doctor. It could be because of some of the food you're eating. It really could be, and I'm not lying. I'm not pulling your string. That GMO can cause these symptoms. As a matter of fact, it has done this in pigs and rats, and you know, all it is, it took them off the GMO stuff, and their health returned back to normal within a few weeks once all the stuff got out of their system, because that's what's causing the problems. That's why I would say no to this mad science that they have out there. You know, say no to it. You say, I don't want no GMO in my cheese and my meat and my vegetables and my fruits or nothing. You know, because there's not enough studies that have been done or research that's been conducted. I don't care what they say. You know, Food and Drug Administration is going to look the other way, all in the name so that they can make a bunch of money and kill a lot of people. And that's really what GMO is really all about. And I'm not lying to you. I've done the research and looked into all the reports. And there's a lot of flawed, and not a lot. Some of the reports aren't very truthful or accurate. The ones that they've shown to the White House and shown to other people that make this go into effect. I think there's just some evil people in the government that stand to make a lot of money on this, and that's why they're banking that this will, keep continuing to go forward. In the meanwhile, people are dying of all kinds of immune disorders and coming down with more autism and Down syndrome symptoms, and having children with, having children like this, and having cancer, breast cancer, and ovary and uterine cancer, and colon cancer, and intestinal problems, and bleedage from their rectums, and having bloody stool and all that. But yet there's nothing wrong. But yet when they put the GMO in the food, like it says in the reports, that's what it will do. Well, that's what it's doing to people. And also, some people have reported having hair growing in their mouth. Now, I didn't say on their armpits or in the pubic areas. No, I said in your mouth, inside, hair. And they said it may be a reaction from some of the GMO stuff that they put in the food, because some studies indicate that, from Harvard and Purdue, and also some other colleges done research on it too, and have came up with similar findings. So what a number of colleges have, more than just Harvard and Purdue and Yale and Langford University. But anyway, I would really just say no. So when you go to the store, just vote with your pocketbook. When you see something with additives or something in there, they can't tell you what's in it, don't buy it, because it probably has GMO in it. I'm serious. Don't buy it. And if a lot of people do this, that's one way they'll stop ordering. The stores won't carry it. And I think it's good. They won't carry GMO foods, because they'll realize that the public doesn't want it, and so they won't order the products. And I don't think they need to put in diet milk. I don't think they need to put any kind of sweeteners in there. I don't think they need to do anything to the milk. If the parents want to add some sweetener to it, they can add a little sugar to it. Or if they want to add a little flavoring in it to get their children to drink it, they can put chocolate or strawberry, flavoring in there. But they don't need no other kind of flavorings to be added in to the milk. I don't care what they say. There's not enough studies on aspartame, and we don't need it added to our milk. So we need to say no to GMO, and we need to say no to aspartame. Please vote. Please say, when you say no by not buying this stuff and buying stuff that's organic or buying stuff that's GMO or aspartame free, what you're doing is saving your life and saving other people's lives too, like your own children. So don't eat GMO foods that have it. And if you do have it at home, throw it out. Get rid of it. And only buy foods that are GMO free. This is Michael, your InfoWars tip for today. Stay GMO free. Eat foods that don't have it. Remember, you can help us. Send your donations to 7110 New Hunter Road, Apartment 423, Mechanicsville, Virginia 23111. If you want to make a credit card debit donation, you can call me up, Michael DeSilvis, and you just call up 804-789-9373. Because remember, the bandwidth is not free. The electricity is not free. To do this is not free. But put it on YouTube, just to load it up there, that's free. But everything else is not free. So if you can help us out, one way you can do it is by subscribing down there. Just hit that little subscribe. You see that little subscribe button down there. Just hit that on your tablet or cell phone, and give us a thumbs up. Give us 2 thumbs up if you got them, and let us know what you think, and tell people about us, and tell your friends to subscribe. We talk about all kinds of stuff, so I'm sure there's something here that would interest you, and something that would be very useful for you, like our tip on how to compare prices before you go to the doctor for surgery, because every hospital charges drastically different prices, even in the same town. They do that, and even in different cities. So you might want to go to a different county or a different city, because that's the reason why. Because you might get a whole lot better deal on your surgery than you do where you live currently. So I would definitely beware and compare. Anyway, see you later. This is Michael DeSilvis for May the 29th, 2013. My blog today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now, and I'll see you later.